In this third video about the analytical dimension of digital political literacy, we explain how to identify risks, how to respond responsibly, and how to move from critical thinking to democratic resilience. Analytical literacy involves recognizing the type of risks, as not all problematic content works in the same way. Misinformation refers to false or misleading content that may be shared without a clear intention to harm. For example, someone may repost an inaccurate claim because they believe it is true. Disinformation is different from misinformation because it involves false information produced or circulated strategically in order to deceive and harm. Here, the intention is to manipulate. Malinformation uses real information, but removes it from context or uses it selectively to harm another person, group, or democratic process. AI and deepfakes can create or manipulate images, voices, videos, or text, making false content appear realistic. Microtargeting refers to intentionally targeted, personalized messages based on user data, interests, fears, or vulnerabilities. So users should not only ask whether the content is true or false, they should also ask what kind of risk it represents and how that risk may affect their political judgment. Analytical literacy is not only about detecting risks, it's also about knowing how to respond responsibly. The first step is to pause. Users should avoid reacting impulsively, especially when a political message produces anger, fear, or urgency. The second step is to verify. This means checking the source, date, the evidence, and whether the content can be traced to an original context. The third step is to compare. A claim becomes more credible when it is supported by reliable and independent sources. The fourth step is to protect. Users should review privacy and data settings, especially when content appears personalized or targeted. And finally, users need to decide. They can ignore the content, report it, discuss it carefully, or share it responsibly with context. The goal of analytical literacy is not to make users distrust everything they see online. If citizens become suspicious of all political information, critical thinking can turn into cynicism. Instead, analytical literacy should cultivate informed judgment. Users learn to follow a responsible sequence. Think critically, check the source, assess the risk, control the risk through verification and privacy protection, and then act responsibly. This means deciding carefully whether to ignore, verify, report, discuss, or share online political content. Analytical literacy protects more than the individual user. It also supports the quality of democratic debate. When citizens evaluate political content carefully, they are less vulnerable to manipulation, less likely to amplify misleading information, and better prepared to participate in democratic processes.